Hey love, what is up? Thanks for joining me today. My name is Lauren, if you didn't know, and today we are going over the new-ish, I'm a little late to the party, but we went through some trials and tribulations to get here. But I'm going over the new Colorfix Stix by Danessa Myricks. I have 3 of them. The other one has somehow escaped me on my own desk in front of me. But if you're interested in these, just keep on watching. So these are the Danessa Myricks Colorfix Stix multi-use pearl pigment sticks for eyes, cheeks, and lips. These retail for $38 and I have 3 of the duos. I have duo 4, 7, and 10. She came out with 10 total. At additional retailers, there's only 9 options available. Duo 10 is available exclusively on her website, and I have duo 4, 7, and 10. So I bought duo 4 and 7 from Sephora, and then I went and made a separate order when Danessa Myricks was having a sale on her site. This item was excluded because it was too new, but I did get some other items. I think I'm going to do like a makeup haul video. When that's ready, I'll link it in the cards up above here. But yes, I bought duo 10 while I was on her site buying other things. So I got the 3 here. And what are these? These are a multi-use pearl pigment stick with a refreshing water burst featuring a magnetic mix and match freedom system. It says over 50% water content provides a refreshing water burst sensation. Pearls reflect light and create dimensional shimmer effect. So we're going to get into swatches. I actually swatch each one on each eye individually. Like I swatch the metallic on one eye, the foil on the other eye, and then I combine the two so you can get a gist of what they look like together. And then I create this eye look that you see today, and then we can wrap up my final thoughts at the end. Sound like a plan? Good, great. The first duo we're going over is duo 7, which features Magic Hour and Aurora Radiance. The top swatch is Magic Hour Metallic Burnt Bronze with Golden Sand Shimmer, and the bottom swatch is Aurora Radiance, a foil holographic rustic metal pink with gold sparkle. Okay, Miss Myricks with the overly detailed descriptions. I know I said I'll wrap up my final thoughts at the end, but I lied. The way I decided to edit this video is going too long for my liking, and I prefer my videos to be 20 minutes or less, so I'll be detailing all of that here in a voiceover while going through each shade. Duo 7 wasn't on my radar at all. I was not supposed to pick this up, but I was influenced by an influencer when I saw them use it and thought, damn, that's stunning. So here we are. I mean, copper, golden, pinky, orange shades usually don't do me dirty, so why not? But this one did do me dirty. I found, out of the 3 I picked, this one looked the most thick and crepey. Like my lids looked like it had 5 layers of metallic shadow on them. You have to apply the lightest layer of this for it not to have your eyelids looking like a thick, crepey, cracky mess. Didn't matter whether it was the metallic or the foil shade either. You just have to be careful applying these because it can get real messy real quick. The best application method I found is to use the metallics and apply a thin layer over the lids directly from the applicator and then go over it with a brush. Something with a little firmness to it to pat down and smooth away the excess shadow, like a flat shader is ideal. And the foil shade you have to tap lightly on. Do not swipe, do not rub, you will regret it. Gently and lightly pat the foil directly from the applicator or use your finger. Basically the same type of application method you would use for the Dose of Color shimmer sticks. I did a video on those. I'll link it in the cards up above. So remember when I said duo 7 did me dirty? Here's when it happened. I just applied the metallic and was going in with the foil on top to combine the two, and it broke. Like an aggressively large chunk of it came off, and it just kept breaking and breaking in large chunks. I'm slightly out of frame here per usual, but I wasn't planning to record this part. I was just gonna cut straight to the metallic and foil together, but now I'm kind of glad I caught this on camera. The way this was falling apart on me while using light tapping motions was crazy. I wasn't aggressively rubbing this on the lid. Hell, I barely started applying it before it fell the hell apart. I was able to smooth it over with a brush, but because too much of it was applied in real life, my eyelids looked like a thick, glittery, hot mess. Wasn't smooth nor flattering. It made my eyelids look very textured, which is terrible because I actually do like the color and intensity of the glitter on these. And I don't know why it was falling apart like this. It's stored in a cool climate out of direct sunlight, so I really couldn't tell you what its problem was. I do try to smooth it out to the best of my abilities, but it just looked like a thick, crepey mess. I was not feeling it at all. It applied way too much, especially since it was breaking off in chunks as I was applying it, and it got stuck to my lid, and this shit dries down so freaking fast. Like, there's no helping you. Like, literally, your best option at this point is to just, like, take it all off and reapply it again. That's another thing too. This product sets down so fast, like aggressively fast, and it sets like cement. So you don't have to worry about your makeup going anywhere, but if you're one to take your time doing your makeup, this product is not for you. Also, there's fallout with this product. You'll experience it while applying it, and I know I said it sets down, but I still occasionally got random glitter flakes falling throughout the day. Not a lot, but a few. It's definitely a do your eyes first and face after situation if you want to avoid fallout, because you'll get the most of it when applying this product. Now onto the other eye. The metallic applied just fine. It's the foil shade that you gotta watch out for. The foil shade, she is not my friend. I hit the slow-mo for this part. Do you see this glop? Do you see this glop? The foil was literally crumbling and falling apart on me as I'm trying to apply this. And I don't know if it's a formula issue or what, but your girl did exchange this one. And while I was in Sephora doing this exchange, the person assisting me said I was not the only person to complain about these falling the hell apart. Again, I'm using light tapping motions. This should not be falling apart on me like this. You can kind of see what I'm talking about with it looking thick. Look at the eye on the left. It looks like lizard skin. It was thick and not a good look in real life, which is a shame because this duo is really pretty, but the foil disintegrating on me definitely ruined it. Anyways, I'm just gonna say stay tuned to see how my exchange of this duo holds up. I got the exact same duo again, number 7, just to see like if it was just mine or maybe I got a bad batch. I don't know, but it's part of the reason this video took so long. I saved a demo at the end as it was filmed way later after all of this was filmed. But yeah, here's the 2 shades of Duo 7 combined. Okay, Duo 4. We have the swatches here of Duo 4. The top shade is Apollo, which is a metallic dark chocolate with golden shimmer, and the bottom swatch is Artemis, a gold foil with lustrous gold sparkle. Love the Greek references there. And this duo is my fave out of the 3 I got. I absolutely love both shades in this duo. I recall me wanting to get the Patrick Ta Major Dimension Eye Duo that had like a taupey chocolate like this in it. I believe it was called Still at the Club, but I think I'll pass because Danessa's Duo 4 kind of filled that void. Also, I find Danessa Stix to be more intense and the metallic slightly more creamy than the Patrick Ta duos, and I like them a little more because of that. I did do a video on those Patrick Ta Major Dimension Eye duos. I'll link it in the cards up above. But back to Duo 4. It behaves like a completely different product than Duo 7. It's like they're not in the same line. Both the metallic and foil go on smooth, and it didn't have my eyes looking like a thick, crackly mess no matter how I applied it or how much I put on. Duo 4 hasn't shown any sign of falling apart either. It's my most used out of 3, and I definitely recommend this one. The foil shades in these duos are so damn intense. It's sickening. I will say that's probably the only fault with this product. As pretty as these shades are, the foils are so intense and dramatic and in your face. They aren't appropriate to wear everywhere unless, you don't give a fuck, then do you. But I personally couldn't see myself walking into a business professional work setting with these. Even when I try and apply the lightest amount of this product, it very much looks like a disco ball full of unicorn shimmer exploded on my eyes. It's bright, and the glitter particles, especially in the foils, are so intense, dramatic, and extremely reflective. I was torn between Duo 4 and Duo 6, and it was truly the hold up in me making my purchasing decision with this product. I actually found myself going into Sephora like every 3 or 4 days, watching them and just leaving. I know the employees were wondering why she keeps coming in here and going to the same display and just leaving like that. I was super indecisive about the colors to pick. A lot of them were very similar, and the nuances between certain duos was minuscule. Honestly, she could have cut the shade options down to like half and nothing would feel amiss. So I would say pick one shade you like and don't get 2 that are of a similar color story unless you really want those 2, but it'll be like buying the same shades twice. Now, the one thing I haven't touched on yet is the packaging. I'm not the biggest fan, mainly because it's so huge and clunky when the duos are together. I wish the component was a little slimmer. I like the magnets and the ability to mix and match, but I prefer them separated from that system only because the packaging is so damn big. You know those Crayola coloring markers that you can stack together as a kid via their caps? I feel like I'm holding 3 of those stacked together when I'm holding these duos when they're together. I don't know, the problem might just be me. I find the packaging big and clunky. I am petite and I do have small hands. Like the magnet system is cool. That's not what I'm saying is like the awkward part. It's when they're together, like you put 2 duos and a magnet together is where I find it to be like big and chunky and like not very ergonomic friendly to my small hands. Since I didn't have any issues with this duo, I jumped straight to me combining the metallic with the foil on top, and it's truly my fave. She ate with this one. No notes. Just a reminder, I film in natural light, and during me showing the shadows here, the sun disappears for a bit, and it goes from looking like a warm chocolate brown with gold to a dark taupey chocolate brown with gold. Again, definitely my fave, and I highly suggest Duo 4 if you like these colors. It's definitely the most wearable, everyday friendly out of the three I got. I know I've given nothing but praise to Duo 4, but I do have one slight issue with it. I noticed when I'm trying to twist up my metallic on it, it gets stuck, like like I can't keep twisting it up. So I don't know what that's about, but like the packaging on this isn't the best if that's the case. Like every time I go to twist this one up, it gets a little stuck, and yeah, that's not cool, but this is a good shade. See, if you're paying attention to the screen about nowish, you'll see how it goes from like nice bright sunlight and the sun disappears behind a cloud, and now like that fade, and then it shows more of like a grungy chocolate brown. I just love this shade. It's beautiful. It's stunning. I like it in all lighting. It's a great foil. I use the foil more than I use the metallic, I'm not gonna lie, but I love this shade. Duo 4 is it. And finally, we reached Duo 10. This duo is exclusive to Danessa Myricks website, and I was annoyed by that fact because it required me to make a separate order, and per usual, it took a year and a day to get to me. The top swatch is Galaxy Crush, a foiled sage green with champagne sparkle, and the bottom swatch is Shadow Eclipse, a metallic dark olive with taupe shimmer. I don't get olive from this shade at all. It's giving more of a dark steel gray with blue reflex, but I might be wrong. I don't know. This was one of the duos I really wanted. That green turquoise foil was screaming my name, and I must say it did not disappoint. So here I am applying Shadow Eclipse solo, and it's trying to fall apart on me like Duo 7 did, although it's not as intense because it's the metallic side, and the metallics in these duos are more creamy and consistency is not breaking apart in large chunks like the foil in Duo 7 was. But you can see large pieces or chunks of this sitting on my lids, and I try to smooth it out with my finger. This shade is also a little patchy. Out of all the shades I got, this one doesn't apply as evenly as the others, which is a problem because, as mentioned earlier, some of these shades, if you apply too much, it'll look like a thick, scaly mess. And this was one of those shades. Applying a black eyeshadow underneath may help alleviate this problem. Now for the foil side, Galaxy Crush. I don't have much to say about this shade besides the fact that it's stunning. It behaves very much like the gold foil in Duo 4. It's highly reflective and shiny. Depending on how the light hits it, it can look either sage or aqua, and the glitter reflex in it are beautiful. I definitely like the foil in this duo more than the metallic. Also, don't come for me with how I applied these swatches. I'm just trying to get them on the lid so I can show you the colors individually and together. I'm just kind of haphazardly throwing them on the lid just so you can get an idea for what they look like in natural light. I guess now is a good time to read the product description. This is a multi-use pearl pigment stick with a refreshing water burst featuring a magnetic mix and match freedom system. The Danessa Myricks Beauty's Colorfix Stix has two stunning finishes, metallic and foil, and features a magnetic customizable packaging. These innovative pigment sticks offer effortless glide-on application with a refreshing water burst to awaken eyes, cheeks, and lips. This versatile formula has you covered whether you're creating a quick one-swipe look or going for bold artistic effects. Now here I am combining the two shades, and I don't know, y'all. I kind of like them better separate than I do together. I feel like the steel gray and the metallic just eats the foil shade up and dulls its shine a little. Let me know how you feel about these duos and their color combos in the comments down below. Danessa Myricks does list the suggested usage for each application. For eyeshadow, she says apply as a base, wear solo, or blend multiple shades for a customized look. For highlight, gently tap onto cheekbones for radiant shimmering effect, and lips, swipe directly onto lips for a glowing radiant finish. I'm only going to use this on my eyes, so sorry if you wanted to see those other two application methods. It's not happening here. Now for the eye look I have on in the talking portions of the video. I start off my base with the Makeup by Mario Liquid Eyeshadow in Sienna and go in with the metallic in Duo 4 Apollo on my outer corner. I actually tried picking this up with a brush first to see how that go, and it didn't. Again, your best bet is to apply these directly to your lids from the product or use your finger, moving very quickly because these set down like cement, and I'm doing my eyes first before my face to avoid fallout. I feel like I tried to cover everything I possibly could in this video, but if you feel like I missed something or you have a question, feel free to drop it in the comments down below. I then applied Duo 10's foil shade Galaxy Crush and applied that in light tapping motions to the center of the lid. I will say in my day-to-day, I found myself reaching more for the foil shades than I do the metallics. I just found them easier to apply, lightly tapping them on the lids, and the sparkle is truly out of this world on them. And finally, I go in with the foil from Duo 4 Artemis on the inner corner. I'm actually wearing the shade Solo during my trying new makeup video, and it was filmed during golden hour, and oh my gosh, I really can't get enough of this shade. It's so freaking stunning. I'll link that video in the cards up above if you care to see this shade in that lighting. So my final thoughts. I do like this product. The reflectivity and the intensity of the shine and glitter is what makes this product amazing and special when you apply it right, which comes to my biggest issue. Duo 4 is great, Duo 10 is half great, and Duo 7 is a hot fucking mess, which makes it hard for me to recommend this product considering the mixed experiences and inconsistency I've been experiencing with these shades. I know Danessa Myricks loves advertising her products as user-friendly, but honestly, I feel like she conflates multi-use or multi-purpose with user-friendly. I notice especially when she releases products that have multiple functions, like this one for example. It could be used on the eyes, lips, and face. She also labels it as user-friendly, and just because something can be used any way you want on the face, or you can apply it wherever or however you want, doesn't make it user-friendly. I don't know, maybe I'm just over her labeling her products as user-friendly, and I found a good portion of her products that have a learning curve, and this was no exception. Depending on how you apply this, it can look either really great or a thick, scaly hot mess. You definitely need to move and blend fast with lightning speed before it dries down on you. The foils have to be applied in light tapping motions, and you can't apply too much of either the metallic or the foils because it can appear heavy and scaly on the lids. And the fact the formulas haven't been consistent across the board with these duos, and they can be a little annoying to apply at times, I can only recommend these on sale if you really want to try them. I don't recommend paying full price. If you're adamant about it, pick a shade you like and give it a try, and hopefully it works out for you. And I pray you don't end up with one falling apart like I did. Definitely would recommend staying away from buying two of similar shades. Duo 4 and 6 were extremely similar, and Duo 3 and 7 as well. I like these. I think they're okay. And when all the stars align and they act right, they are stunning. But it takes a little elbow grease to get it there though. And here's the finished look. I did apply some brown shadow to my lower lash line from my Chanel Buttons Couture palette. I'll link that video in the cards up above too. But yeah, I like these shadows, and the biggest difference I see in the Danessa's foil shades compared to others on the market, many of them are monochromatic and feature 1 or 2 reflex in the shadow. Danessa's foils are giving damn near every spectrum of color on the rainbow. It is quite intense, it is quite insane, and I love it. But again, this product is not consistent and it's not the easiest to work with, so I would say wait for a sale if you truly want to try this product. Don't pay full price for it. But yeah, as much as I love this and I love the effect it gives, I can't in good conscience recommend it full price. Like, I do personally love this. Like, if I was to rate this personally, I would say yes. But if I'm giving a recommendation, I would tell you put your training wheels on. Put on your helmet and training wheels and then get on the bike. Like, go in store, see what shades speak to you. Again, a lot of them are very similar, so I definitely recommend that if you can. What's weird is none of them in store when I was swatching and playing with them were acting like Duo 7 acted in my demo. It didn't break apart, nothing weird was going on. Nothing in that moment when I was like swatching them made me feel like, oh, this is going to break apart. I didn't get those vibes at all when I was swatching them in the store. So I don't know, I think that one might have just been like a formulation issue, but we're gonna find out. Cause your girl went to the store and exchanged it. So again, I bought Duo 4 and 7 from Sephora. So I went to Sephora, returned the one that was like acting janky on me, and now I have this fresh one in my hand. So hopefully I don't have a dud times 2. I'm just gonna test this on the back of my hand. I'm not gonna do anything crazy. Like, I'll probably create an eye look with it in another video. But I believe it was the foil that was acting a fool. We are going to use the foil side on this, and I'm going to apply this like I would apply it on my eyelids with just light tapping motions. Fresh bullet. Let's see what it do. I'm gonna just zoom you in and apply it kind of similarly how I would apply this on my eyes, just lightly tapping. This one appears to be stable. Okay, I'm gonna just do one good swatch for good measure, because I did swatch it before, like I applied it on my eyes, and oh no, it looks like it wants to fall apart again. Like, you see how it's going like a little deformed on me that quickly after I swatched it? So yeah. And I noticed once it starts going deformed, like the flakes and foils in here get bigger, which is interesting. I don't know. This one seems a little bit more stable though. I'm gonna save it for trying new makeup haul, because I can't fit this realistically anywhere on my eyes at this point, and I'm not gonna put this on top because it doesn't go. But the lady at Sephora, when I was exchanging it, she told me that I wasn't the first person to mention this complaint. She said she's had multiple customers come in here saying the same thing, that the formulation was like shaky on some of them and like breaking apart when they was applying it to their eyelids, which sucks, because again, the #1 and best way to apply this product is dabbing it on the eyes like so, directly from the product. You ain't gonna pick this up easy with no brush. Your second best option is to warm it up with your finger and apply it that way. But I found the best way to apply these is directly from the product itself. So yeah, if it's falling apart when you're like rubbing it on your finger and applying it that way, or you're dabbing it while you're dabbing it on your eyes and a big clump of it like just breaks off, that's not a good look. But that's all for me today. Appreciate you hanging out. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell me, have you tried the Danessa Myricks Colorfix Stix? How you feel about them in the comments down below. If you own them, what's your favorite duo? How are you getting along with it? Share, you know, your experience in the comment down below. I will see you in the next one, and take care, guys. In Sephora when it came in stores, and I swatched them all, and then I left. I didn't buy anything. Then I came back like a couple days later and did the same thing again and didn't buy anything either. It took me 2 weeks, I lied to you not, 2 weeks to make a decision about what shades to get, because I was mainly torn between 4 and 6, and I really couldn't decide. And I'm kind of glad I went with 4, because all of them were, one, so pretty and sparkly. Duo 7 wasn't even on my radar. I think I seen an influencer use it, and I was like, oh, well, maybe I should look into that one too. And it's crazy because that's the one that went AWOL on me and gave me like the most problems, to the point where I had to return it to the store. Am I the only one that like super indecisive? Like, she came out with 10 shades or 10 duos, which is essentially 20 shades, and then half of them have the nerve to be very similar. Like, I feel like a lot of the colors were like very close to each other. Like, she literally could have just cut this in half and came out with 5, and that would have been okay. But she did the most and doubled that number, and I feel like all of them look the damn same. I was in the store swatching, like I kept coming back to that Sephora. I know they was looking at me crazy. It was like, girl comes in here like every 2-3 days, swatches the same shit, and just leaves. Mind your business. I am trying to make a informed purchasing decision, you know? I'm trying to be like, you know, more thoughtful where my money's going these days, and if I really want something. But yeah, it took forever, 1, to make this purchase, and then 2, to get all 3 shades like here so I could like do this video. But yeah, I had a hard time picking just like the shades. It was ridiculous.